Welcome back. You're listening to WSB Stony Brook. You just heard some songs off of Empty Cage by Moonfall. I'm now joined by all three members in the band. How about you guys introduce yourselves and give us a brief history of the band for people that may never have heard of you.
How's it going? I'm Matt. I'm the vocalist and guitarist.
What's up? I'm Andrew. I'm the drummer for the band.
Hi, I'm May, and I'm the bassist.
Yeah, we've just been around in different forms since I would say 2015 was our first show. Late in the
2016.
year. It was like the last day of 2015.
Last day.
This band has been something I have conceptualized in my brain for a long time, but I took a long time trying to find the right people to do that with. I thought that was really important. Our music means a lot to us, and ever since then we've basically been going strong, trying to do what we do.
Yeah, we get along great. We all live together. We love doing music together, and just spend time having fun, and it's been great. And I can't be more grateful to work with these two.
So Matt, what was the process of finding Maya and Andrew and kind of finding the right people that fits kind of the idea in your brain?
Basically, it was more about finding, because music is something so personal, right? It's so personal to people. People connect it with different moments and things in their lives, and for us to create it together, especially in a live setting, for you to be on stage with people you don't get along with or people you don't connect with musically is something that I feel you won't be able to connect with the people watching you as much. So it was very... I just waited to find my best friends, basically. And that's what happened, luckily.
So when you guys finally formed the group, did everything click naturally musically?
Well, yes, to some extent. I think all three of us have very kind of different backgrounds musically, and we all bring different things into the band, but as far as what we see for ourselves and how music makes us feel, it's very similar. So it was very easy for it to connect very naturally.
So you guys been a band for about 3 or so years. You guys played a whole bunch of different shows. You play with some cool artists. You're going to be playing with Kurt Travis tomorrow, I believe, right?
No, Sunday. March 10th. Yes.
We'll talk about some shows later. That's actually my next question. But anyway, what are some of your favorite shows that you played so far as Moonfall?
I think Gramercy show was pretty great.
Yeah, we did sort of a local festival.
Yeah, that was Golden Hearts.
Yes.
Yeah. And basically all the local bands tried to bring as many people as we could and made it a really great show together. I think that's a really great thing, that we don't have to rely, on a big artist coming through, even though that's also cool.
Yeah. To actually pretty much sell out Gramercy with 5 local bands. Yeah. That show was crazy. Had Approaching Troy, had Zume and Loving Memory, pretty much all the top dogs right now in kind of the punk rock, alternative rock scene. So talking about shows, what are some upcoming ones that you guys are playing that you want to share that people should come out to?
Yeah, well, first of all, we have pop-up acoustic show at the Kingsland in Brooklyn on March 10th. That's this Sunday with Kurt Travis and Loving Memory and a bunch of cool bands that we're really excited for. We also have our very first headliner. We've been working on this show for a long time, trying to put something really unique and amazing together as much as we can as a local band within our budget that does not exist. And that's on March 31st at the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn. We really hope a lot of people come through to that because we want them to see it.
So how has the kind of process and kind of making your live set and what you're going to do, how pretty much kind of the show that you're going to put on?
Well, we're basically trying to do the work of, we say, 100 people ourselves. We're, as much as we can make it look like a real-time, big-name show, we're gonna work towards doing that and create an event, We want to do something that really elevates the music and
really draws people to your music.
Exactly.
And the experience.
We want to be able to reach and connect with people on I would say, a grander level.
So let's talk about streaming platforms and kind of your success with YouTube and Spotify and reaching a lot of different people. You guys had over 100,000 views on your latest songs off of your latest record, and kind of finally kind of bringing your band to kind of like the next step, next level per se. So what's it like having this success, and does this success give you confidence going forward? Does it give some sort of pressure going forward that you kind of have to improve yourself or just keep at that level?
Well, we feel like it's never enough for us. Like you say, you make it sound a lot, but we want millions and millions. Like the sky is the limit. So I think for us it's more about keep moving forward, and it's good to look at numbers, but ultimately you want to look at the journey and to keep improving and get more and more and more of your voice and presence out there. And the people
will come based off that.
Exactly.
So, again, does that kind of give you pressure on yourselves to continually improve?
We always want to improve.
I think we put that pressure on ourselves, and sometimes it's a crutch, because we're really hard on ourselves, like very much, even on each other. And then we're like, "Yo, what did you say?" But we always want to be better, and it's also what's pushing us forward. We don't want to give it up. We want to get to where we see ourselves in whatever concept of a future that we have in our heads. And before we get there, I don't think we're ever going to look at a number and think, "Oh, that's a lot."
All right, so let's start talking about the songwriting process for your band. So, what do you guys do personally to kind of create like one of your singles or like one of your albums? Do you start off with MIDI? Do you guys just jam with each other? Do you start with like backing tracks or whatever it may be?
Well, it usually starts off with him like writing on acoustic guitar. He does like the progression, like basically the bare bones skeleton. He'll do some programming. She'll be like, sorry about that, Mike. She'll be jamming on the bass, and we'll do programming on our own, like you said, like kind of like MIDI and stuff, like just working in the DAW, and then we'll just come together and then kind of flesh it out more so together. Yeah,
I think mainly it starts with just a melody and a progression, like he said, and we keep just, if it has the right spirit, we'll keep building on that as much as we can ourselves.
What have you guys been experimenting with recently? Because your last release was about like a year or two ago.
Yes, so we've been working very, very hard behind the scenes. In the past, we've always had a long time between releases, so we've kind of been trying to like stock up, for lack of a better term. So we have a lot coming, and the songs we made now and we're about to release are some of the favorite things we've ever done. We just put out a teaser for the first music video we're going to release in a while today, for a song called Running on Air, and we really like it. We did a lot of stuff with strings and just orchestral influences, and we're excited about that.
So with kind of that experimentation, are you guys experimenting with like the branding of your band moving forward? As I saw your kind of like Facebook and like website got like a lot aesthetic feel to it, per se.
Yeah, we're definitely steering more towards in that direction, because I feel like we've always been like the aesthetic band, but we're trying to like zone in on that more. So yeah, I think that's part of the branding, and becoming a little bit more, concentrated on that.
So, kind of backtracking back to the songwriting process, do you guys do anything specifically to fight writer's block, if you have any?
Usually I feel like the process, although can be long, it comes pretty naturally. Like I know that Matt is extremely talented with just sitting with the acoustic and come up with melodies or rhythms, and we all eventually chip in and start creating some production to it, or me with the bass, Andrew with the drums, and eventually we have so many ideas that we end up making about 5% of our songs so that actually get complete. So even if we get a certain block, we can always move on to a different song and finish that one. And
I think usually if someone's in that situation or place in their minds, there's always the other two to kind of take the reins and get them through it. I think that's why it's so good that
you guys click so well.
There's someone else to pick up the slack and figure it out, you know.
Let's talk about your latest single, Windswept.
Windswept.
Yes.
Is probably your most toned down song so far. Can you talk about the ideas you were trying to convey in that song?
Yeah, I think I was just trying to really I was trying to convey the atmosphere I was feeling at a certain point of time in the form of a song, or trying to make the listeners feel that same way. I guess that's what you do with music usually, but for me it was just really making a song stripped down like that was a chance to just not try anything, you know, just let it be natural and instinctive and just see what happens.
Have that raw emotion to it.
Yeah. We recorded pretty much like I did it in one take too, so it's like that first take that I sang is on there, and I think it's, while not perfect, it's like it gives something.
Raw, there's emotion there.
So I picked out one line from the song. So so when I tell you, it just kind of give an overview of what those lines mean. So the lines I picked were the following: the place is small, but we are smaller. There is always something smaller. It take the sense out of feeling bigger.
Yeah, so I think basically I was kind of trying to show how no matter how big the weight is on your shoulders in your own head, when you close your eyes, you know, if you look outside, if you gain perspective, there's always a way to kind of take in the world and not feel so overwhelmed, because there are things so much bigger than you, like so much bigger than you, that no matter how important something feels, it's still okay, you know?
All right, well, we're going to have you guys do an acoustic performance for us. I think you're going to play one song for us, correct?
Yes.
So tell us the name of that song and tell us a little about it before we take a little break and set up.
Cool.
Well, we're gonna perform Devon, which is a song that came out in 2017, I believe.
16. Yeah.
Well, pretty much it's a very rock song, but we made it acoustic, and
it was our first music video.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, everyone, stay tuned. For now, I'm going to be playing Moonfall's latest single called Windswept. So, stay tuned for acoustic performance of Devon by Moonfall.
Let's go.
One last goodbye, and you'll leave it all behind. Say these words over and over until they start to sound right. One last denial, and you'll find the reason why many of us lose our lives before we die. Being too blind to see, that you shut your eyes too tightly, only so you can escape this reality. How many sorrows can you swallow and resist before the bitterness starts burning your lips? Still trying to reach the place beyond the clouds. You choose to believe all their lies. Breaking away from these chains. Run away, light, one more fire. Write your name with dust. You ran away, ran away. Light, one more fire. Do not lose your way. You let go. Falling again and again. Loving you never tire. Oh, 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 oh. For a long goodbye.
So, where can people keep up to date with you and find your music online?
Right, so the first thing you want to do is check us out on Spotify. Then the coolest stuff you're going to see from us is definitely on Instagram at Moonfall Band. We're Moonfall on Facebook and, Moonfall TV on YouTube. Go check out our stuff.
And again, what are some upcoming shows that you are playing?
We got March 10th at the Kingsland in Brooklyn with Kurt Travis and A Loving Memory. Then we got our first ever headliner on March 31st in the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn. We hope to see you guys there.
All right, well, thanks Moonfall for coming in, playing some acoustic stuff, talking about the band and your earlier release, Empty Cage. Everyone, stay tuned for the rest of the show.